Oh, how I've been looking forward to making this video for you guys. I've been wanting to share the story of how I lost $9,986 within about 2 months of doing private label on Amazon, and why I'm not so upset as to why I did so. So without further ado, let's get into it. What's up and welcome back, you guys. If you guys don't know me, my name is Andy Lam. I'm a multi-six-figure Amazon FBA seller, and I make YouTube content just for you guys, especially if you guys are Amazon FBA sellers looking to get into the Amazon FBA game or just interested in selling on Amazon FBA. If you guys haven't subscribed already, be sure to subscribe because I release 2 videos a week, and I'm sure you guys will find that useful. And if you guys haven't already checked out the Facebook group, be sure to go check out the Amazon FBA, the Prestige Amazon FBA Mastermind Facebook group. You can find that in the link in the description below. And you can also find that by just searching that on Facebook. And if you guys haven't already, please be sure to get the Prestige Amazon FBA 2019 cheat sheet. You'll find this so beneficial, especially if you guys are just starting out. And I also just included, I think 3 discount codes and 3 discount links for research software tools just for the Prestige family, so be sure to go grab that now. So of course I wasn't that happy losing almost $10,000 in the first 2 months of selling on Amazon FBA, but please be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video where I tell you why exactly I was happy, or why exactly I was, fortunate to be able to have made these mistakes, and stay till the end to figure out what mistakes I made so that you don't make those mistakes yourself on your Amazon FBA journey. So just starting out with my first item, I was a brand new entrepreneur, brand new businessman, just looking to get into the Amazon FBA business and just create a second stream of income. So with any new starting entrepreneur, you're very confident, you're ready to take on the world, you're eager to take on this new business, until you fail and you kind of lose that confidence. But the story that I want to tell you guys is kind of how I stumbled upon my first product and how it wasn't the greatest success, but I made it work in the long run, and I stuck to it. I still persevered and I was able to get it through. I really had no idea what Amazon FBA was. I just watched a few videos, talked to a few friends, see what they were doing, and got the general idea. And in my opinion, I fully understood what Amazon FBA was, but boy, was I wrong. I didn't do any prior research to this, so this is where I initially went wrong. But take you back a few years, before I started any of this Amazon FBA business, I was on a trip to China with some of my friends, and we had the idea of Amazon FBA in our heads, and we just happened to be visiting this. It was pretty much like a bargain market in, I believe, Guangzhou, China. And it was tons and tons of stories of stores, just a huge building full of bargain markets and little shops that you could check out and see what they had to sell, and like I said, bargain market. So they sold a lot of different types of products that you could kind of haggle in terms of price for. So I figured I would just keep in mind to look for products that I could potentially sell. So I was looking around, buying stuff for myself. And before we left, I stumbled upon my first product, or later was to be my first product. It fit the criteria, the ideal criteria that everybody tries to follow. It's lightweight, super small, very cheap with a potential high profit margin. So I was super excited, got back into the States, came back, sat on my computer, sat on my chair, not my computer, hopped on my computer. I did a little bit of research. I typed in main keywords to see how high the demand was. I saw what my competition was, and I had the mentality of, oh my god, this is something I could totally do. The profits are there, the numbers are right, super lightweight, and this is something I could definitely get into. But little did I know, before doing all of that back-end research, this is an item that I found using research software. And there's so many tools nowadays that you can use, but I just didn't have that mentality, and I didn't have that strategical background back then, first starting out. So I just thought I had found my first home run product, and it's something that I definitely wanted to pursue. So of course I took the steps and actions to make that first order. And I thought I had it all figured out in terms of a differentiation, haggling with suppliers, or working out a deal with suppliers and getting everything packaged in the way I wanted it packaged and shipped into Amazon fulfillment centers. So at this point, I figured I was ready for the launch. I was super excited. I had all my inventory in the Amazon FBA fulfillment centers and it was ready to be sold. I had my launch process in mind. I had my strategy. What I had planned to use back then was JumpSend. And if you don't know what JumpSend is, it's a website where you can list your product at a deeply discounted rate, and a lot of customers would come and buy your product, at 60 to 75 to 99% off. And back then, this was the launch strategy. You would sell your product at deeply discounted rates, boost your sales velocity, and that would in turn increase your BSR and ranking for the product. So your product would show up at the top of the first page for most of your important keywords, your highly searched keywords. This was the launch process back then. It's a little different nowadays just because there's a lot of terms of services and rules that Amazon has put in place with things like keyword manipulation, but this was just the launch process back then. Get your keyword, get your item to the top of the first page for highly searched organic keywords that are relevant to your product, and have them stay there so that you get those organic sales. Now, the problem for me after my launch process was complete was that I wasn't getting those organic sales even though my product was at the top of the first page. My problem and my mistake with this launch was that I hadn't spent enough time doing the back-end research and the product research. If you guys watch my product research video, you guys know that I emphasize on spending more time and being patient when you guys are doing your product research. This is the most important part, but my mistake, my downfall for this was that even though I had differentiated my product enough, my price point and to meet my margins wasn't there. I was competing against people selling much cheaper than I was, and I wasn't willing to, just destroy my profit margins to be able to complete. So I had kept my price somewhat high, and I wasn't making those organic sales. I wasn't catching the eyes of my consumer, and that's where my first product failed. I wasn't doing enough product research, and my price point to meet my margins was just too high. So within that first few weeks and months of just releasing this product, I had lost pretty much the entire cost of my inventory, the launch service costs, advertising costs, and that totaled about $5,000. I don't have that exact number on me, but about $5,000, which is a tough hit, especially when you're just starting out and you're really optimistic and launching your product. It could be really hard to take that loss, especially with a new business you had found so promising. Another big takeaway for this mistake is to not to be so emotionally attached to your product. Be sure that you have done your due diligence, done your product research, and your keyword research, especially for the product that you're planning to sell. If you guys haven't already heard of Helium 10, be sure to go check out Helium 10. It's one of the tools that I highly recommend, especially during this day and age of Amazon FBA and product research. If you guys haven't already downloaded the cheat sheet, I include a 50% off code just for the Prestige fam, so please be sure to go grab that. I promise you it'll save you a bunch of money, especially if you guys are just starting out, so please be sure to do so. So a little later down the line, I had begun to launch my third product, and this was after some success with my second product, and that's a product that I still sell to this day. But I was ready. I was using Jungle Scout. If you guys don't know what Jungle Scout is, it's another product research tool. It was a tool that had revolutionized the Amazon research game, and it's a tool that I still use to this day. I switched between Helium 10 and Jungle Scout, to be honest, but some tools from different softwares are a little better than the others, so that's what I use occasionally. But I was using Jungle Scout's research software to find myself a new product, and I had stumbled upon this product that I thought was also ideal. Very low competition, high demand. The review counts were really low for my potential competitors. Small, light product, high profit margins. I was like, this is the ideal. This is a really good product. It falls into the ideal criteria. But guys, if you guys are using softwares like this to find your potential item, take these ideas and take these potential products with a grain of salt. I always tell my students this when you guys are using these softwares to find your potential products. There's also thousands of other people who are entering the same filters to find these products, and they're also finding these products to be ideal. So you keep in mind that it's a high possibility that you will be competing with these guys when you guys are ready to launch your product. And that's exactly where I made the mistake this time around. Of course, I thought this product was ideal, but so did 20 other people. And you know, when I had gotten my product into the Amazon fulfillment centers and I was ready to do my launch, so were 20 other people. And that kind of drove the pay-per-click cost, the Amazon's advertising cost up. It raised my launch cost up, and it also, you know, just made the market a little more saturated. And another one of my mistakes is that I wasn't spending enough time, or as much time as I should have, doing my product research, meaning my differentiation for the product wasn't as ideal and wasn't as optimized as it should have been. So my product wasn't standing out as much as it should have in comparison to some of my competitors. So where I went wrong was that I jumped into a niche, into a product that so many other people were doing, and it was really hard for me to compete, just because although my price point was in the right place and I had improved from my first mistake, I also didn't differentiate enough to make my product stand out, and in result, I wasn't making the organic sales that I should have. The launch process worked. I got my product to the first page. It just wasn't making those organic sales. Unfortunately, that's just what happened, and that kind of resulted in me losing another about $5,000, which kind of sucks. All in all, taking into account the cost of goods sold, PPC, which is Amazon's advertising platform, as well as launching costs and other miscellaneous costs, I did lose about $9,986 within a span of a total of 2 months, and I don't regret it. At this point, you guys might probably be thinking, Andy, you're crazy. You just lost $10,000 within a span of 2 months. Some people don't even make that within a quarter of the year, and you just lost that in a span of a few weeks. You're nuts. But you guys, with any business comes risk, and you know, I take this as priceless experience, and you know, I take with me that experience and lessons learned. You know, without losing money, I would have not learned as many lessons as I did, and I'm just happy that I was able to move past that and persevere and take that as a lesson as opposed to a loss and a reason to quit. You know, this is a lot of the reason why I did create this mentorship program for a lot of the students that are looking to get into Amazon FBA, is just because I didn't want others who are looking to create that second stream of income to make that mistake, or make those mistakes that I had made on their journey. So if you guys are looking for help, if you guys have any questions, always feel free to be sure to leave them in the comments down below, or message me directly. Just find me on Facebook, join the Prestige Amazon FBA Mastermind group, and leave your questions there. I'm very active there, so please be sure to join that group. And if you guys haven't already, please be sure to download the 2019 Prestige Amazon FBA cheat sheet down below. But as always, if you guys found that video helpful, I thank you guys again for tuning in. Be sure to drop a like. If you guys are looking for more content, especially on Amazon FBA, please be sure to subscribe. And as always, I look forward to catching you guys at the next video. Peace.